How good are you at giving yourself the space and time you need? Do you feel like you do a good job of giving yourself some breathing room when life gets a little crazy? A little cray-cray? Are you able to push pause on some things in life and actually give yourself some time just to be? Maybe it's time to show ourselves a little more compassion and grace. I'm Sage. I'm a growth coach. And the topic today is hold space for yourself. So, why is it so important to hold space for yourself? Well, let's just start with that term, holding space. You've probably heard of it, and holding space for others. The term kind of started getting coined, I don't know, half a dozen years ago. And holding space for others means that you can basically just sit there, be present with them, and give them the space to speak or cry or just sit there and reflect. And you don't have to be trying to solve things for them or fix things for them or talking up a storm of advice. You're just providing that space and holding that space. Well, you should be able to give yourself the same opportunity. Also, you should always show up for yourself as your own best friend and your biggest supporter. And let's just talk about this. Life is hard, and you need a break sometimes too. All right, here's a couple quotes. Hold space for yourself in those moments when you slip back into your old ways. You're reversing generations of habitual patterns. You're walking a path most refuse to even acknowledge. Unknown. And often the hardest part about holding space is you feel like you're doing nothing. Unknown. Sometimes that nothingness is the most powerful thing you can provide. So how good are you at holding space for yourself? And could you level up the skill? I bet you can. Here's 3 ways. 3 ways to better hold space for yourself. Number 1, check in with yourself. I know this might sound silly, but seriously, how often do you really take the time to check in with yourself? You check in with your kids, you check in with your spouse, you check in with your coworkers, you check in with your dog. Okay, that one's the most fun part. I'm getting ready to go check in with my dogs here real soon. But how often do you check in with yourself? Number 2, show grace. Life is hard, and you don't need to expect yourself to be on point all of the time. Okay, take a breather. And number 3, forgive. Forgive your past mistakes. They were just lessons to help you actualize into a better version of yourself. Whoopty-ding-dong, you didn't say the right thing. Whoopty-ding-dong, you missed you pick up and you had to get a phone call. Like, life is hard. Okay? Forgive yourself. So circling around, hold space for yourself. Which of those tips could you start using right now? All right, here's your intention. I choose to check in with myself often. You deserve it. You deserve those check-ins. Make sure you give them to yourself. Thanks for checking in with me today and watching this video and taking a few minutes out of your day so that you could learn a little bit more, so you can keep growing with all of us to help this underground movement of making this a better place to be. All right. You know where to find me. Sage Robinson Miller on YouTube, Growing Sage on Facebook, and Growing Sage Journey on Instagram. Love you to pieces.